Be our guest, be our guest, service to the test. Welcome to my channel here, and I'll provide the rest. Welcome to my channel. I know that was kind of weird, but anyways, going for whatever factor there. But welcome to the Sports Art Network channel. Thank you for watching, whether you're watching live or archived here. I want to give my thoughts, seeing Beauty and the Beast. I did go to my local Marcus Theater. See, I got one of these cool things. Oh, can you see that? No? There we go. Magical movie rewards. But my local Marcus Theater here in my area, or in my town, obviously, where I live, here in the Badger State of Wisconsin, to watch Beauty and the Beast. It certainly was a grand experience. I was there with my sister. Unfortunately, she is unable to join me for this review. She had to go to work and do grown-up things like that. But she was there with me as well. She did say she enjoyed it. I guess I'll share her thoughts here first. That she enjoyed it, she liked it, and she actually enjoyed some of the new songs as well. So she really enjoyed just as much as I did. Also, to let people know, this is going to be a spoiler, as you can tell by the title of the video. So if you clicked on this and it's archived, or it's on the channel afterwards, then you already know it's a spoiler. You have been forewarned there, and I'm warning you again here by voice that it is full of spoilers. Trust me, I have a lot of things to say. So definitely with that, there will be tons and tons of spoilers with my thoughts on pretty much everything from the movie overall and specifically. Also, I want to give a shout out to fellow YouTubers, J3 Entertainment at the J3 or J3 Life or something like that on Twitter. I forget already, or the J3 Life, I think it is on Twitter, and Jody's Corner at Jody's Corner 1. And Twitter again at Jody's Corner 1. If you guys already know of them, there are big YouTubers in the film industry, so to speak, at least to me, along with Grace Randolph and some others that I know of and learned about here in the past few months on the road to watching Beauty and the Beast. Highly anticipated, as you've seen if you have seen any of my live reactions to the final trailer, the Gaston clip, the Belle clip, and those such things, you'll know how excited I was to see this movie and how I was really looking forward to it and how hard I tried to get a midnight showing, or our first day showing on Thursday, actually, in my area, my local Marcus Theater. They had Thursday showings at 7 p.m., I believe, and 11 p.m. on Thursday, actually. But I was unable to secure a ticket or tickets at that time to watch the movie at that time. So I waited here till Tuesday, where they have specials for those that are live in the North Central Wisconsin area, Marcus Theater, and I'm sure they have it on all their all branches in all of their areas, I assume. Don't put a word on that. Welcome to ask them on Twitter or on their Facebook page, Marcus Theaters, or specifically on Twitter at Marcus_Theaters, and that's specifically. But the one that I go to, the one about a couple miles away from my home, has $5 movie days on Tuesday. All showings of any movie, not just Beauty and the Beast, but any movie you see on Tuesday, whether it's a morning showing or a late evening showing, a 10:30 p.m. showing of the film, $5. And if you have the movie rewards card that I showed there at the top, free small popcorn, and obviously you can buy other things if you wish to as well, for you and your date, or you and a friend, or you and a group. However, wherever you be, that is the place to be. Also, they have where you can, and I'm sure this is with all theaters, I'm just talking about this one specifically, where you can go there for parties, not just for parties in general, but you know what I mean, set up something and have private showings, this and that. Definitely is a place to be. At least it is for me. So be our guest. No, I don't work for them, at least not yet. But no, I definitely have high reviews, and they're the place to go, obviously, for me when I go to each and every movie, not just because it's close, because of how good their staff is, management, everyone, everywhere. It's a movie theater experience all around at that location. To me, is the best, and you always want the best, don't you? Excuse me. But anyways, let's get into the movie. Talking about the movie, obviously, Beauty and the Beast, the remake from the 1991 classic. Or the Disney classic of 1991 cartoon edition animated Beauty and the Beast, the only animated movie, at least at that time, I think it still is. If I'm not mistaken, let me know if I am in the comment section below this video or in the live chat if you're watching live. Again, Jody's Corner, J3 Entertainment, or any other people that are watching live or archived, welcome to let me know in the comment section below, or otherwise what your thoughts are on my thoughts. And welcome to like the video, share, subscribe, all that other fun jazz as well, because I plan to do more movie reviews, trailer reactions, this and that. I do still have to do a trailer reaction to Baby Driver. I've heard about it. I'm trying my best not to see it yet because I want to do a real reaction to it. But I heard, I've been hearing good things about it. At first hearing about the name of the movie didn't really get me interested. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that. Beauty and the Beast. Like I said, the remake, the live animation or a live action remake of the 1991 classic Beauty and the Beast. My childhood, I'll always still say, even after watching this 2017 edition of it, live action, that my childhood one, the 1991 version, is my favorite and always will be. And I'm sure it's probably 90% nostalgia, 10% of how great it actually was. But either way, I'm always going to go there. And when I do this review, as well as you'll see, I will compare it to 91. I'll still judge it at the end with giving my grade on it on its own two legs. Do you get that? I was on its own two legs, then judging or giving it a grade against because of 91. But I still will bring up a lot, obviously, as you'll see, whether this video is 10 minutes or 45 minutes, that I'll be bringing up 91 and, the difference there. And let's start off with the start of the movie. Again, like I said, this is spoiler city. So you've been warned again. If you don't wish to continue watching, you're welcome to either already like the video and come back and watch later, or just watch the movie when you can, and whatever, and then come back here to hear my thoughts on the film. But anyways, the start of the movie, we get a little bit more of Beast before he became Beast. We even have Anthony Numbers on with there. There in the ballroom with his guests there, and him being a young king, or being a king in essence, on his big throne, too big for him. It seemed like even there. That was kind of funny. I don't know if anybody really cared to notice even that little things. And I'm one to always look for little things, especially with the TV shows I watch, like MTV Scream and Scream Queens, looking for little clues. Obviously, that's being in a different way. But anyways, then the way that they had the Agatha, Enchantress, interact with the Beast, or at least their initial interaction, being different from the animated series. In the animated series, in 91 version, excuse me, I apologize. The 1991 animated version, she's at the front door asking to be let in from the cold, and in a way, this is the same story as they even have it with the voice guy. Saying the same story, but it being shown in a different way, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm sure you do. She barges into the castle, and she's there in the dance hall, where in the anime, like I said, she's at the front door wanting to be let in right then and there. So a little bit different. She kind of gets her way in here in this version than the other one, and still asks for the Beast to, or the prince, I should say prince at that time, to let her come in from the cold and everything and stuff like that. He rebukes her, then again, when she becomes this beautiful woman, and he gets turned into a beast. Now the transformation from prince to beast, I thought could have been done a little bit better, but again, that's just nitpicking, and everybody does it. So I guess that's me doing that, but I still enjoyed that scene. I still enjoyed the start of the show, or start of the movie. Start for sure. Yeah, we get the bell number and the song. I know, we already got that clip of the beginning of it, but obviously in the movie now we get the whole thing, and very well done. Different little things with the bookstore, not being his own store now. It's she went to a church, get her books, and that's kind of cool. So you get a new character in this adaptation of Beauty and the Beast, and I thought that was a pretty neat touch there. Even her talking about, or Belle telling him. I think if it isn't word for word, it's close to it, saying something on the point of, you make our little town great with having a little bookstore, or having books there, or something like that. I'm sure I messed that up, but you know what I'm getting at if you did see the movie. Which is how that flowed as well. Overall, I guess I can say, before I move on piece by piece, Luke Evans as Gaston nailed it. I enjoyed it. Even when you're supposed to hate him, I still love the Son of a Gun. It's because I well Luke Evans was playing him, and even Gaston just as a bad guy. And I don't know. Sometimes I like the villains sometimes more than the good one. I don't know. At least a little bit part of the movie I was just the Gaston number was great. Guys LeFou, good job. Now I know they were talking about these game moments, and I'm sure I'm talking about this as I get closer and closer to the end. But overall, for something that they pumped up so much, and I know, excuse me again, apologize. They were pumping up so much in anticipation of the movie, talking about there was going to be one gay moment, I guess you can say, in the movie that has to do with LeFou, being an openly gay character, first openly gay character in Disney's history. But again, I'll talk about it when I get there. But let's just say they promoted it so much, which is understandable. You want that inclusion, you want that to be part of it, just like other things in this world, to be part of the movies and to be shown correctly, so to speak, in movie adaptations and otherwise, that maybe it fell flat. And again, I'll get to that when we get to that point in the movie. But anyways, moving along. And again, if I misremember things in order, I apologize again. Like I said, I saw the movie, had lunch, had other things going on days. But anyways, we get to Belle and then Gaston, talking to Belle. Kind of like the proposal difference from here from the 91 animated, where in the 91 anime they had the wedding and stuff already set up for when he came back, and then he fell into that pond, being pushed down away from Belle in the house and yada yada. This time, Belle dismisses him, but instead of falling into a little lake or whatever, he just steps in a puddle while he's walking away, trying to show that nothing had happened, that he's all good. So that little nod there was actually pretty cool. He steps in and he's like, oh crap, he's trying to look around, see if anybody saw that sort of thing. That was a nice touch there. What I found was interesting, at least to myself, is how they kind of had a different sequential order of Belle singing her song after Gaston proposes to her, hits on her. She does her song and number, and then after that, then they have Maurice, which is a great character, Maurice, and in this adaptation being different, not the totally crazy old Maurice and the inventor, and a backstory about Belle's mother and how she died and that she didn't die and this and that, and a little bit of that family. Very touching, especially for someone like me that hopes to be a father, to a daughter or a son, either way, being a parent. That was very touching, very interesting, very moving. And that story specifically, beyond the overarching story being of Beauty and the Beast and finding love and, finding love within, not judging a book by its cover, the main points of the movie, this undertone, in this adaptation, this live action was very, very well done and very interesting to me for sure. That's for dang sure. But as I was saying how it was kind of interesting how they had it in the sequential order that they did with having Belle sing her song. And then after that, we have Maurice there in the woods with the wolves and everything. And that one happening after the song, where in the animated, if I remember correctly, and I think I do, let me know if I don't, but because the horse comes back for Belle and they take Belle back to the castle, obviously right after that song is over, because the camera pans away or whatever, and the flowers or whatever, they're going away, and then here comes the horse. In the live action, we have the song, then Maurice in the woods with everything with the wolves and getting away and coming into, going to the castle and this and that, and then the horse coming back, and this time coming back into town where Belle is, because Belle's back by now, obviously. Then being out there and not in the woods, but on nature as she was in the animated. So that was a little bit different, I guess. Not a bad thing. Just again, something I noticed. Like I said, I noticed all these things. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just something I noticed. And then we get the whole story of Belle and Beast. and their love story and how that through that actually song they show a little bit more of them coming together. I guess you could say the relationship already slowly moving as fast as it can there in the movie. But I thought it was very interesting and I enjoyed it obviously. But Beast, I know I talked about movie heading into the movie that I didn't like how he looked, and I try to keep it as real as Judy's Corner does, in my own way, I guess. But actually, while I was watching this movie, the more and more as we got deeper into it, I didn't really have as much issue with the look of the Beast. I still wish he was more beastly and more main and on all fours and looking more intimidating than he did, more scary, more of what he was supposed to be, more what Beast was to me in the 91 version. In the original version, that's why it was hard for Belle to fall from, because he was the Beast, he had temper issues, this and that, and his look, just looking so menacing and strong, especially the teeth and everything there in that adaptation, in my opinion. So I still say Beast was better in 1991, but like I said, as I got into this movie, I had less and less of an issue with the look of the Beast, and Dan Stevens as Beast did a pretty all right job. Belle and her singing ability, or not Belle, the actress that played Belle, Emma Watson. Emma Watson's singing ability I thought was all right. Now when she started singing for the Belle song for the very first moment, part of the movie there, after the prologue parts, at first I'm like, oh no, like I thought it was gonna be bad, but she did pretty well in all her parts, all her songs. I think she did Belle justice. She did pretty well as Belle. Now, did I think there could have been other actresses that might have done better? Sure, but Emma Watson, for who they cast, they did pretty good in casting Belle. That's for sure in my opinion. See here moving forward. I guess I'm just gonna be hopping along here because it is a 2-hour movie. But there are other little differences with from the 91 animated, like on Be Our Guest, which is what I opened this video with. Be our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. But that number, they had a little bit different, where in the animated version, they have the Eiffel Tower, part of the whole thing. This time they have a different thing, being part of the song and dance there. The guillotine, as I finally remembered it. There, if you didn't notice it, I'm sure you will now. If you go back and watch it in the theaters, or when it comes out on DVD months later during Christmas time, like I hope to do, and then watch the movie 1,000 times, as I did when I was a child for the animated version. The transformation from beast to human, I liked how they used the same music from 91 for the transformation scene there. I certainly enjoyed that. It was interesting and scary for a moment there with the last battle falling, or at least to me, even though I assumed how it was going to end, because still going to end the way they ended, right? When everything actually turns into, all the animated objects actually turn into the objects of which they were turned into, and everything, and that was kind of a sad moment. But I found one thing to be interesting, because remember that the dog that was turned to the object that did, when it gets transformed officially into it, because it's going all around and everything, and when it gets transformed, it's up under, right? It's like this, because technically the dog passes away, because the dog becomes now this object forever, and stuff like that. So it says it's on its back, which is how most of the dogs pass away. At least I believe that's what that was supposed to symbolize. At least that's what I noticed in that moment in there. Gaston song, good job. LeFou, I guess I could talk about the gate scene, or the opening gate scene with LeFou being near the end, with one of the other Gaston people. That was only like right there, quick, happening, go right past it sort of thing. So it wasn't as big of a moment as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like maybe a passionate kiss or even a peck or something even more so than that I thought would happen there in that sort of moment. So I was expecting more than I got in that situation or in that part of the movie that especially it was promoted and talked about so much, and whether it was YouTube or otherwise by fans and people looking forward to watching this movie. And like I said, there was that one drive-in or whatever in Alabama that decided to not show the movie because of that. And I think there's even a country that decided not to show it either because of that. And in the end, in my opinion, I think I had some egg in their face because there wasn't that much of to really worry about. Honestly, in my opinion, in that way, at least if you're, homophobic to it, which in its own right is its own problem. I mean, I'm for people living their lives however they wish to live it, and I respect and understand everybody. And I don't just mean in people's sexual orientation, but in general. If we disagree on topics, if we look different or this or that, either way, I respect everybody's opinion there. In that way, so just as much as I do for if anybody gay or homosexual, bisexual, whatever sexual you are, you live your life. As long as you're happy, as long as you do things that make yourself happy and not pretending and worrying that you have to be something that you're not because of society not understanding it or respecting it, then be you. Be what you feel you're meant to be in any way, whether it's about sexual orientation or about what you want to do in life as a career. If people are telling you, oh, you shouldn't do this because, oh, you don't, let's say for a professional wrestler, like you don't have the athleticism, but you still want to try because you feel this is what you want to do, or this or that or whatever. You know what I mean? Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about there. Be you 110%. And in the end, as long as you're happy, it's really all that matters. All that ever matters. Now, the reason why Beauty and the Beast was my favorite Disney princess movie, because I, in a way, as a child or even now as a young adult, feel like I'm like the Beast. To be quite honest, when I was younger, I used to have anger issues in general. Now I don't. I got that kicked out of me when I was in the military, and otherwise, and just growing up. But that was the case. And sometimes and even still now a little bit, not because of anger, but others, being shy and all the other stuff that I am, my defense mechanisms may turn people off, whether strangers or maybe potential girlfriends or something where I'm this or that, where I'm like the Beast, where I want people to see my true self, know the real Stephen, and find me from within sort of thing, not judging this book by its cover. Then I'm a nice kind of person, romantic, smart, funny. Yes, I can be weird in my jokes and other things, but still a funny, respectful, honest, cool dude or a cool guy. One that I would think any woman should be honored to date them. Just saying. But that's where I connect there with the movie and the film, specifically with the Beast character, where I'm like him, where I just want someone to give me a chance. Just like I want some people to give this YouTube channel a chance, because if you do, great things will come of it for you and for me, obviously. That I have a lot to give, that get, this and that, whatever, that there's more within me for this YouTube channel and in general for me in my life, and trying to find my girlfriend and stuff like that. And that way, that I'm like that. So that's where I really connected the most with him, for the 91 version and this version as well. But overall, great movie. I enjoyed it 110%. I advise anybody that wants to or cares to, that may have been on the fence to watching it, in my humble opinion, go and see it, enjoy it, give your thoughts on it as well. You're welcome to share your thoughts to me, whether you do it on YouTube or otherwise. I look forward to reading it or viewing it or listening to it. Or, like I said, type your comments in the comment section below. Thank you all that watched live and will be watching archived. And again, shout out to Jody's Corner. Started J3's Entertainment. We're going to follow those two on Twitter. And I'll be sending everybody the link on Twitter and otherwise of this video. Share it. Because I want to try something here. I would like to get, even though this might be very steep for a YouTube channel like mine that only has 117, right now I think 117 subscribers. But I'm hoping for 1K views, as I am on the road to 1K subscribers, slowly but surely. But I'm hoping to get hope for 1K views. And I hope for that not in a cynical, negative way. Again, like I said, find the true me and the true reasons why I do things, sort of thing. But wanting 1K views because I want people out there to hear my thoughts and give my channel a chance and all that other stuff. Give it a listen. Now, whether you like it or not, that's up to you, and you don't have to. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. But I appreciate if you do share the video, subscribe, and other things. But 1K views and 1,000 likes. That's my big goal. I'm always a person with high goals. And we'll see if this one it gets fulfilled at all. But that is my goal. Again, shout out to those YouTubers that I did mention. Also, Marcus Theater for being a great host to me and really anybody that saw the movie. Adam Marcus Theater. Anywhere, in Wisconsin or otherwise. I just really enjoyed my experience. Just really enjoyed the movie for sure. But everybody is welcome to be my guest for my next video that I will be doing on Thursday, which will be my podcast for Steve's Wrestling Ramble. Again, I say my humble opinion, check out the movie. I think you'll enjoy it. Definitely is a movie maybe that could even be a date movie. Like I said, I wish I had a special someone to go with. I was lucky enough to go with my sister this time, but maybe if I go again next weekend or something or at any point, even though this weekend I think I'm going to go with my best friend to see the Power Ranger movie. But maybe another Tuesday, I'll go back to Marcus Theater for $5 movie day and watch it again. Maybe it's time for a first date. Maybe. We'll see. But either way, enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always, take care.